Okay, so just a quick update on the situation that we have at the moment on Euro GBP. We know that the market created this very nice M formation, and after an M formation, what do you want to see? Specifically, after the deceleration that we have seen here, we want to see the market go back up and basically complete the pattern at the neckline. So on Euro GBP, we want to see the market make a move to the upside. Now, from a weekly perspective, what kind of situation we have? Now, here in the weekly time frame, we can see that the market had created this very nice impulse to the upside, followed by this retracement. Now, if we want to measure this retracement, what are we supposed to be doing? Taking our Fibonacci from the low to the high, and what you can see, the last close that we have, which is this green one here, is still above the 0.618, which is the golden ratio, and we might expect buyers to want to protect it basically from a weekly closing perspective. Now, it's true that this retracement is very strong, and in fact, we wanted to see it very strong. Why? If you remember, when the market was around this area here, what did we say? We said from here, we want to see the market make a sharp correction to the downside, specifically because we have this W formation and the market is basically at the previous high. Very strong area, and we want to see the market go down. And in fact, that is exactly what the market has given us. However, now it will be harder for the market to actually make this move to the upside, even if we want to see it. But definitely the deceleration has now come basically. We have a good deceleration for the move to the upside. Now, if we go and see the situation from a COT perspective, so what hedge funds are doing at the moment on the GBP, what we can see. Now let's go and get our data and see what kind of situation we have from a GBP perspective. So on the pound, what we can see is that hedge funds with the last report have been adding some more shorts, another 7.2k short positions, bringing net positions from positive to negative. So we went from 35k net positions all the way down to minus 6k, having more shorts than longs. So 38k shorts and 31k longs, while here we basically had 46k longs and 35k shorts, actually all the way up at 76k. So we have more shorts than longs on the pound, so exposure is higher on the short side with a 23.4% exposure on the short side of Euro GBP, of GBP. So we can expect the pound to get weaker. Now, when it comes to entry, because trading is always reactive, is not predictive. We can't predict the market, but we can react to what the market is showing us. What we can see here now, from a 4-hour perspective, everything is pushing to the downside. The market is trying to create a lower low, moving to the downside, and we have a perfect impulse correction, and we should see the next impulse to the downside. However, don't forget that on the daily we have strong support, we have the deceleration, and buyers should hop in back in the market. But just because we want to see them buy and push price higher doesn't mean that they will do it. So how we will have to be approaching this? Now, from a 4-hour perspective, if everything remains like this, what will happen? The market will just from here melt to the downside, because from a 4-hour perspective, everything is still bearish. In that case, we will not be entering with students and we have no opportunity to buy. If everything will remain like this, as I just showed you from a 4-hour perspective, we won't be able to buy. But if we will see the market from a 4-hour perspective shift from a bearish market to a bullish market and provide to us one of our valid entries, then we will be taking a nice long with a good risk to reward and good probabilities for a nice push to the upside, completion of the M formation, and basically giving us the retracement, the push to the upside that we want to see for the completion of the pattern, and it will be a good risk to reward and good probability trade. So two things we have to wait for: break basic change of environment of the market from a bearish market to a bullish market, and we will be waiting with students for the market to create one of our valid entries. Now, if you enjoyed this free analysis and education, make sure you drop a like and a comment. It really does support the creation of more free education and analysis for all of you, and I will see you in the next video.